kidnapping and sexual assault, and KCU Joplin launches a new master's degree program. KOAM News at 10 is next. Now at 10, residents in Cherokee County voiced their concerns as officials discussed the increase of property tax. Plus, a medical school in Joplin plans to offer a new master's degree program. And visitors head out to Little Balkan's cooking school in Pittsburgh to get a taste south of the border.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Pittsburgh man faces multiple felony charges after police say he sexually assaulted a juvenile at a local hotel over the weekend. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Prosecutors charged 50-year-old Damian Yarbrough with rape, aggravated kidnapping, and aggravated criminal sodomy. Pittsburgh police responded to the America's Best Value Inn on North Broadway Street Saturday evening after receiving a report of a sexual assault. Officers found Yarbrough with his luggage trying to leave the hotel and detained him. Detectives searched Yarbrough's hotel room and say they found suspected evidence. The victim was referred to local medical providers for treatment. Yarbrough remains in the Crawford County Jail on a $5,000 bond. A scare this afternoon on the campus of the University of Arkansas when an active shooter alert was sent out to students, faculty, and staff. There were at least 3 different reporting locations of an active shooter, but a Fayetteville police spokesperson said there was no confirmation of gunshots or injuries at the scene. Today, Missouri Congressman Mark Alford kicked off a 15-county town hall tour with a stop in Nevada. Inside 54 Cafe, Alford fielded questions on small business support, health care, and government spending. He also touched on national politics, telling the crowd he doesn't agree with everything President Trump says. The president has signaled on Truth Social that Missouri was up next for redistricting after Texas approved a new congressional map.
Staying out of that fight, that is between the president, Governor Kehoe, and the state legislature. We may see some action on that in the coming weeks if there is a special session, but I'll tell you this, no matter where this line is drawn for our district, I will continue to work my butt off for the people I represent, no matter where that line is. If it takes us up into Kansas City, where I used to be a TV anchor there, so be it.
Alford says gatherings like this give him a chance to hear directly from voters and carry their concerns back to Washington. Let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney now for a first look at the weather.
Light to moderate rain showers for most of the morning didn't bring us a lot of rain accumulation. Now in the Joplin area, about 1/4 of an inch. Pittsburgh, about 1/4 of an inch, but you can see just south of Pittsburgh got about 2.5 inches of rain, just in a tiny little isolated area. The rest of us only got 1/4 of an inch to about 1/2 an inch of rain in our central counties. Not a lot, and all those showers are out of the area. Now clouds are going to continue to decrease overnight tonight. And then we'll get into Tuesday with temperatures that are going to be in the low 80s to upper 70s. And then we also get some more sunshine to go along with that as well. So it's going to be a just wonderful day on Tuesday. We actually get to go outside and enjoy the fall temperatures instead of dealing with our dreary, overcast, rainy day today. Now temperatures continue to stay in the upper 70s Wednesday and low 70s on Thursday. We also have some rain showers returning those days as well. I'll have all that coming up.
Lindsay, thanks. Residents in Cherokee County, Kansas can expect to see their property taxes go up. It was standing room only in the Cherokee County Commission room today as the county held a revenue neutral rate hearing. Now, revenue neutral rate is the mill levy that would yield the same amount of property tax revenue as the year prior. A public hearing is required by the state when a governing body hopes to raise revenues in excess of the neutral rate. The hearing allowed community members to voice their concerns and ask questions about rising taxes and spending, and gave local leaders a chance to explain the county's current needs.
And so that's where we're at. I'll be honest with you, and that's what we're doing. I'm just trying to be honest, and we want to be within our budget where it's at, not be behind the scenes, not be behind doors of you all know what's going on.
Following the hearing, the County Commission voted to pass a resolution to raise the revenue neutral rate. School districts across the area will hold similar tax hearings in the coming weeks. Kansas City University in Joplin will add a new master's degree program for anesthesiologist assistants. The 28-month program will start in January. The first year will be 95% coursework on the KCU campus in Joplin with work in the sim lab. After that, the students will work in the clinical teaching sites at Freeman Health System and Coxell.
Also require a member of the anesthesia care team to provide the anesthesia for the patients. And so as we continue to grow and develop and have more demand, we have to have the providers to meet that. And right now, the anesthesia care team piece is lagging behind the growth on the surgery side.
KCU Med in Joplin has received 400 applications for the program that has only 24 seats. Missouri Southern State University hosted a delegation from Zhejiang University International Students University in Hangzhou, China. Over the summer, MSSU students and faculty took part in a study abroad program in Zizhou, learning more about Chinese culture and education. A ceremony followed, along with a lunch at the Athletic Center.
It's just really nice to go abroad and to understand culture in a different way. You know, they have a very long history, so we were able to tour some very old villages and to see some of the old traditional practices that they still keep doing today, and how maybe they prepare food or how musicians make music and different things like that. So to be able to learn more about a different culture is really broadening of our education.
14 students and 2 faculty members made the trip to China. The partnership began in 2023, and the school hopes to appeal to more degree programs in the future. Want to learn how to cook? Well, tonight at the Little Balkans Cooking School, that's exactly what students did. Tonight's hand-on cooking experience at the Pittsburgh Lincoln Center featured a Mexican theme. Each participant learned how to make their own corn tortillas, taco seasoning, guacamole, and queso.
I hope they enjoyed themselves, and I hope maybe they picked up a simple dish they can take home and make. Or I think a lot of times we go to the store and we buy those pre-made items because we don't know how to do things such as make a corn tortilla, and some of those things can be extremely easy to do. We've just never been shown how.
Tomorrow night's Little Balkans Passport event is a quilting class where participants learn to sew fabric yo-yos and tea towels. The cooking resumes Wednesday night as the Lincoln Center transforms into a pasta school. A big donation is going to go to help an organization in Joplin that works with children. That story's coming up. But up first, the end of mandatory paid sick leave in the Show Me state begins this week, though critics say the fight is far from over. Mandatory paid sick leave will officially end in Missouri on Thursday, putting an end to a voter-approved policy just months after it went into effect. Critics say the move overturns the will of the voters. But as Abigail Klinkerman reports, the Missouri Chamber of Commerce believes it will keep hundreds of businesses from potentially closing their doors.
Over 300 businesses from across the state reached out to us with either a personal testimony of how this would negatively impact them.
Jared Hankinson with the Missouri Chamber of Commerce says House Bill 567 was necessary to save jobs and that the mandate was a huge overstep.
Whether it's a large-scale manufacturer that employs over 2,000 Missourians and pays great wages, or if it's a small business that serves as the backbone of a local community, all of these businesses were looking at potentially closing their doors.
And beginning Thursday, those businesses will have the right to choose.
Businesses being empowered to do what they know is right for them, what they know is right for their employees, I think is the biggest takeaway.
But Kay Park with the League of Women Voters in Missouri says the benefits of mandated paid sick leave outweigh the costs for employers.
The benefits are really enormous, including increased productivity, fewer workplace injuries, reduced spread of illness in the workplace, as well as less turnover.
She cites a study done by the Institute for Women's Policy Research that claims it costs an employer less than 1/3 of 1% of what they pay for payroll.
I think it was really more financial that the people who convinced the legislators to remove the paid sick leave was because they were afraid that it would be abused, which evidence shows that that's not been the case historically.
Efforts are already underway to get mandatory paid sick leave on the November ballot in 2026. This time, the initiative seeks to enshrine mandatory paid sick leave into the state constitution, so lawmakers could not repeal it again. Big news for a local nonprofit making a difference in the lives of children. Jasper County CASA just received a $50,000 donation. The gift comes from Wes and Jan Hauser, who first visited the CASA facility nearly a year ago. They say they were so moved by the organization's mission, they decided to give back.
Continue to endow CASA. And with an endowment, CASA will be able to continue for many, many years after we are long gone. And that's the purpose of this donation.
CASA officials say they're grateful and will continue to provide essential foster care to the community. Lindsay returns next with a complete look at the forecast, and a little later, a 100-foot structure in Galena, Kansas will mark 100 years of Route 66.
We had mild temperatures in the low 70s for the day. We also had those showers and overcast skies to keep us cool for the day. Only got up to about 71, 72 degrees. So you can see here at our almanac, we're definitely below average today. Temperatures normally should be in the upper 80s, low 90s this time of year. Now our low is pretty similar. We're still in the 60s, though that's going to change tonight because we are 5 to 10 to even 15 degrees cooler today right now than we were yesterday at this time. So we're going to have another cool night. Temperatures getting down to the mid 50s. But you can see we've got some clouds clearing out of the area, but no more rain in the Joplin area, no more rain for any of us, at least for the next 24 hours. We're looking pretty good. Still some overcast skies, though, so it is going to be a bit cloudier this evening. All that does clear by midnight, and then as we head into Tuesday morning. Now, like I said, we're getting down to the mid 50s tonight. It's going to be about 55, 56 degrees. So a much cooler evening and a crisp, cool morning for us as well as we start Tuesday. Now you can see we're partly cloudy to mostly sunny most of the day on Tuesday. A lot more sunshine than we saw today. And temperatures quickly warm up into the low to mid 70s by 11 a.m., getting to the upper 70s and low 80s for the high. Now about 79, 70, 80 in the Joplin area, 80, 81 Baxter Springs, Miami 82 out there in Veneta and Grove. Lowest temperature is going to be up in Iola, Yates Center, about 76, 77. So pretty cool, crisp, cool day for us on Tuesday. Now the sunshine is going to make us feel a little bit warmer. However, by Wednesday, starting to cool back down. Now again, we do see these temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s most of the morning and into early afternoon. But by mid-afternoon, about 3 to 4 p.m., overcast skies push in and showers push in as well, and that's going to drop our temperatures quickly. So we only get a brief window of those warmer temperatures on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, again, most of us are going to be in the low 70s, pretty similar to what we saw today as well, because we're having some stormy mornings for us on Thursday. Now, taking a look at our future track. All right, we've got these clouds pushing in by 8 a.m. We're going to be partly cloudy on Wednesday for most of the morning. Then overcast skies push in and we have these showers that push in. Now these are only dropping about 1/10 of an inch an hour, so we're only getting some light showers to some sprinkles, not heavy at all by Wednesday afternoon. But those do increase once we get later into the evening. We have this band of heavy rain. Now that heavy rain band is going to be dropping about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain per hour. So a little bit heavier, more moderate showers there in the afternoon. And then it just increases even more late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. Heavy rainfall across our southern and central counties. Now that's going to be dropping about 1 inch to 1.5 inches an hour. So we could get some decent rainfall with that. Hit and miss shower chances and thunderstorm chances all weekend long. And then we clear out just in time for a beautiful Labor Day.
Sounds good, Lindsay. Thanks. These fall-like temperatures seem like the perfect lead up for the beginning of fall festivities. And that means the annual Newalla celebration in Independence, Kansas. The month-long party began way back in 1919 in an effort to provide positive activities for kids of all ages instead of those Halloween pranks or tricks. This year's event kicks off on October 17th with the production of Annie the Musical. And the fun continues through the 25th with plenty of food, a run, walk, a fun run, a ton of live music, and a carnival for the kiddos. For a complete list of events for the Newalla Festival, just head over to KOIMNewsNow.com and search Newalla. If you're looking for more events like this right here in the 4 states, but you don't know where to turn, Well, we've got you covered. This handy QR code will take you straight to the events page of our website. Of course, that's KOAMNewsNow.com. Just scan it with your phone. You can do it right now. You'll find information on all kinds of family fun events, including plenty of information on upcoming and ongoing county fairs. The events page at KOAMNewsNow.com. And for some folks in Newton County hitting the road for the holiday or sooner, well, we have some road work to tell you about. Next Monday, crews are going to start work on the north side of the Route 60 Route HH intersection. Drivers can expect lane closures and delays as crews begin work on a roundabout. MoDOT says this work could last up to 60 days. Drivers are urged to find alternate routes. Still ahead, the Royals and Cardinals open new series to start the week. We're going to have the scores from their games coming up. And as the wait continues for the NFL regular season, Chiefs fans can pass the time with a new series about the team. We'll have details.
The NFL preseason has come to a close with the regular season right around the corner. But before the Chiefs take the field for Week 1 in Sao Paulo, Brazil against the Chargers, KC fans can pass the time with a new series. ESPN recently released a 6-part series about the Chiefs in last season's quest for a Super Bowl three-peat. I sat down with the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holthus, to talk about the experience and what fans can expect when they watch.
It's kind of a Hard Knocks feel to it. It's the same production crew that did Michael Jordan's Last Dance. And so the quality is amazing and their creativity. And so what I love about the series is that it delves into stories that have not been done in long form. Coach Reed, how amazing he is, and that goes way beyond play calling and wins. And just the human being that he is. Same with Pat and Brittany, and the same with Kels and Taylor. But Chris Jones, we get into that, the incredible heart-rendering story of DeAndre Hopkins and his mom. I mean, there's just so many storylines to this team and to last season, and they did a phenomenal job with it.
For Holthus and the media, they have the opportunity to form personal relationships with players and coaches throughout the season. But Holthus says that his favorite part of the series is that the fans and viewers, they now get to see these stars off the field and as people, not just as athletes.
People are seeing it now, what I've seen for 13 years with Kels and 8 years with Pat and 13 years with Coach and 10 years with Chris, is that just what they are, the depth of their character. And it's one of the reasons I say we win for 100 reasons, but that's a huge part of it.
To see my full sit-down interview with the voice of the Chiefs, head over to the KOAM News Now website. The postseason sprint continues for the Royals and Cardinals as they look to make a return to the playoffs. And as another week of action starts, both squads have key opportunities to pick up wins. After dropping 2 of 3 games against the Tigers over the weekend, Royals open a 3-game set in Chicago against the White Sox tonight. Kansas City gets shut out in the series opener 7-0, only collecting 2 hits on the night. Game 2 is tomorrow at 6:40. But before tonight's game, Royals slugger Vinny Pasquantino was named the American League Player of the Week. Over the last week, the Pasquatch has hit .379 with 6 home runs and 12 RBIs, leading to over a 1,500 OPS. This is Pasquantino's 2nd Player of the Week award this season and the 3rd in his career. The Cardinals also open up a series against a divisional rival tonight, taking on the Pirates at home, and St. Louis takes Game 1 of the series in walk-off fashion. Alec Burleson playing the hero with the game-winning home run. Cards, they've won 5 of their last 7 games. The 30th edition of the Pigskin Preview is live. You can scan the QR code on your screen, head to KOAMNewsNow.com/pigskin or download our free KOAM News mobile app to view it. When you're there, you'll see logos for all the teams showcased in the preview, ranging from the high schools in our area in Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma to the junior colleges and universities in our region. You'll see quotes from coaches, schedules, season outlooks, and much more. And as the season starts, you'll find our live scoreboard to keep you updated on the action every Friday night. You'll also find some highlights as we hit those area games, as we get the ground running on some highlights this season. A lot going on. Football starting this week, Missouri and Oklahoma. It's a great time of year.
And how about Mitch Holthus? That guy is great, and he knows the Chiefs as well as anybody. He's always generous with his time, and his insight is very valuable.
Oh, it was incredible. 30 minutes with him to learn everything about the Chiefs. Awesome opportunity.
Have to watch it online. We'll be right back.
Temperatures are going to be in the low 80s for us on Tuesday. We get some nice weather, some sunshine returning back to the 4 states, though that's not long lived. By Wednesday, we're back to seeing scattered shower chances late afternoon and then stormy Thursday morning. Now, temperatures are going to be in the upper 70s to low 80s all week and weekend long.
Well, Lindsay, say the past and the future of Route 66 took shape in Galena today. Crews lowered this official centennial arch into place over Route 66. The event, certified by the Route 66 Association, comes ahead of the 100-year celebration of that historic byway. From concept to completion, the bridge found its home in a little over 10 years.
So the concept's been going on since 2011. Construction began in June of this year. And so not bad, June, July, and here we are in August, and it's up in the air. We flew it this morning.
In the coming months, visitors to Galena can expect a dedication ceremony when signs and lights are set on the structure. It's a nice idea. A lot of attractions are along Route 66, as you well know. Final sports note.
We got to talk with Mitch Holtis, gave us the lowdown on the Chiefs, so I urge you guys, that interview is live on our website. You want to learn anything about the Chiefs? That is the guy. He's been with the team for over 3 decades. He knows the ins and outs.
Yeah, he's been a broadcaster for ages, it seems, and of course he knows the history that even predates his time there. So this guy is a wealth of knowledge for sure. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m. and let's make it a great tomorrow.